Hey, how's it going everyone? Mike here. In today's video, we're going to be looking at some NFT projects that are being triggered in my live minting alert channel, which you could see right here. And basically, if you're new here, what that means is these are just projects that are being minted rapidly. This could also include free mints. So just because something is on here doesn't mean it's going to explode in price. So for that, we have to do technical analysis on each of the projects, and that's what we're going to do here today. So the first one we're looking at right here, the in-betweeners, we're going to skip this one because it was it was minted 10 days ago. So 10 days ago, we also got this NFT alert. So I'm not quite sure why it's being minted again, but since it's not the first time, we're just going to move on to the next one. All right, so Eternal Elves. Now this is a free mint. I've already done a little bit of research before this, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna lump all the free ones at the end of the video. That way we can go over technical analysis on the ones that I actually see some momentum. So again, we'll go over that at the end of the video. So Eternal Elves, Adi Otters, that's another free one. Degen Dads, another free one. Turtle Shell Island. All right, this one was not free, so let's go ahead and pull it up. All right, let's take a look at the Twitter. Let me grab the handle, throw it in a fake follower audit to see what kind of followers they have. Not liking the score of 6. They've only been around for a few months, not very many posts. So this looks like a project that I wouldn't be wanting to hold long term. So this is going to be one that you just want to make some quick scalps, make a quick few trades, be in and out within a couple of days. So one of the reasons why I created a chart on this one is because as the second day has progressed, there's been more than double the amount of sales, well, close to double. So what I did was I went ahead and I created one of these charts for the project. So this is a little more detailed than what you could find at OpenSea. So what I basically did here was I broke it down to hour and day. So each bar here represents an hour and each bar here represents a day. And for new projects like this, you really want to focus on the hour chart because we don't have that much daily activity to look at. So if you looked at one of my previous videos, what I like to look for is increasing volume. And increasing volume shows there's more buyers stepping into the market. So what we're looking at right here, we have a nice increase in volume. And what we want to look for is for the next hour to have even higher volume. And because there's been a drop off, would signify to me that there's not a lot of new buyers stepping into the market, and I would just be waiting on the sidelines until I see some big action, maybe one bar that's bigger than all of these here. Because remember, this is just still the 1 hour. So this is just one of those ones where you have to wait until a new buyer step into the market and you just try to ride some of that momentum. And right now the volume's low, so I would just be sitting on the sidelines. So moving on. Regular punks. This one was also free to mint. We'll talk about that at the end. Apes. This one, I don't believe this one was free to mint, but this one's very interesting because it didn't have a Twitter. Like there's no Twitter connected here. I actually did find a Twitter, but it's kind of odd they wouldn't post it right here. And what was interesting was when I found their Twitter, they said they were just creating their Discord within 24 hours. And another thing is the artwork is the same thing as Bored Ape Yacht Club. So I would not be interested in this one. It looks like it's a rug pull. I mean, if you already look, the price is already nothing. As you can see, 329 on the first day, and on the second day, only 7 sales. Definitely a rug pull. And yeah, I would not be interested in this one at all. So moving on. I mean, they're not all going to be winners. You have to just go to each one of them. You have to, like, for example, when this got alerted on here, I would have went to the project. I would have looked at the activity. I would have seen how many new buyers are stepping into the market. Only 4 Ethereum worth of trading volume is very little for a new project. So there's just multiple red flags in this project that would have just made me sit on the sideline. And I'm glad I did. This next one, EtherDash, another free one. We'll talk about that at the end. Metaverse Cool Cats. All right, so this one, the public sale is actually today, January 4th. So we really want to see what kind of action we get when the public enters, and if we're going to see a big sell-off or just just what kind of action we get from that. So looking at the activity, we're seeing an increase in volume, so that's a good thing. So that's what makes me justify creating a chart, and that's what I did. And by the way, all these charts will be shared in the Discord. If you want to visit the Discord, you can copy these down so you can keep an eye on these projects yourself. So what we're seeing here is some nice action during the pre-sale, and then the day of the public sale, a lot of volume died down. But remember, this candle has not closed yet, so by tomorrow we'll see how large this volume bar really is compared to the previous day. And what I like to do is, after the public sale, I really like to wait a day or two to see what happens to the price, because sometimes, well, actually oftentimes, there's a large sell-off because people who don't have rare NFTs in the collection, they end up selling, and that just draws the price lower and lower, and because people really only want the rare ones in some collections. I just like to avoid that altogether. So a day or two after the public sale, you see if the volume is consistently increasing. If it does, that looks like a better entry at that point, because there's no longer a sell-off and new buyers are stepping into the market. But for now, it doesn't look good. Just waiting on the sideline. Just going to keep an eye on these charts, see what happens the next day after the public sale. So one of the next ones, Chain Faces Arena. Looking at the Discord, 1,200 volume traded. That is quite a high number. That's about 4.5 million worth of volume traded. Looks like there's quite a bit of number of sales as well. 4,300, 3,800 today, 1,600. When I see artwork like this, I'm just a little bit hesitant, because I feel like it's a bit of a meme NFT. There's not a lot of work that went into creating this. As you can see, it's very simple. Almost anyone could have done this. But there is volume, and that's really what is important. I guess it really doesn't matter what the art looks like as long as a lot of people are purchasing it, and that's what's happening here. For this one, I'd honestly avoid unless I start to see a lot more volume coming in. So volume that is higher than 4,385. So we have to see more transactions on a single day than that, and then I would be interested again. I know that's some pretty high criteria right there, but I'm honestly just not really into this artwork, so it has to do something really special for it to gain my interest. So let's just go ahead and move on for now. LinksDAO. This is another one with quite a bit of trading volume, but I was a little hesitant on this one, on creating a chart for it, because, one second. Let's look at the scan and we could see how much people paid for this mint. So we're going to go to the last page. It looks like there was a mint standard whitelist where people paid quite a bit. As you can see, 0.54 for 3. Well, this guy got 1 for 0.72, so it's just a little confusing. See, this guy got 1. These 3 people paid 0.72 for 1. And then you have the standard mint where people are paying, see, this guy got 1 for 0.18. So it seems like the standard mint is 0.18 and price is 0.33. So the people who paid 0.18, they're up, but the people who paid 0.7, they're way down. So I'm not quite sure why there's that big of a discrepancy there. But either way, I did create a chart on this, so let me bring it up. So if you look at the blue line, that's the price. The green bars are the volume. So what I look for when entering into a position is some small consolidation and then some large volume coming in. Now, usually I wait for the large volume and I wait until I see what happens on the next day, or in this example, the next bar, to see if there's sustained volumes, to see if there's new buyers stepping into the market. Because what may have happened here is this could have been one buyer, just one whale buying up a lot of the project. And one whale is not enough. We have to see a large continuation of new buyers stepping into the market. So what I like to see is on the next candle, I like to see sustained volume, meaning the volume is at least half this bar or higher. And if you'd like, you could take a look at my second video where I went into more detail on that strategy. But that strategy is for the day chart, so where each bar represents one day. When each bar represents 1 hour, it's just a little bit different because you have to give it some time to see if that move is sustained, because each one of these is actually just an hour. So following this big bar, we could see that the price stayed pretty consistent. So the price is 0.2, 0.24, 0.25. So those are all good signs. And one thing I like to look for is just another big volume bar, just signifying that this trend will continue, which was right here. So I would have got in at 0.3, it rose to 0.4. Now we got to remember, when you're looking at this 1 hour chart, this is for scalping. This is for getting in and out of the market within a few hours. So in this circumstance, you could have made 0.1, which is quite significant for 1 hour of time. But if you would have just held on to it, the price does go back down. Depending on how long you held on to it, you would have broke even. When you see the volume consistently getting lower, that should signify to you that you want to exit the position, because not a lot of new buyers are stepping into the market. So trading on the 1 hour is for a little bit more experienced users. If you're a little bit new to this, I would recommend taking a look at my second video, and you could see how to trade based on these day bars right here. Then you have a whole day of wiggle room. You don't have to be in and out of a position within an hour or two. All right, now looking at the next one. Miniatures Reborn. This was another free one. All right, the last one of the second was Larva Chicks Club, also another free one. So what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna look at each one of these free ones and just lump them all together. So starting at the very beginning, the first one was Eternal Elves. So as you can see, the price has basically dwindled down to nothing with a very low trading volume. So these are not projects you want to hold on to, but since these are free, you could definitely make some profit in these. So what's nice about the NFT Discord is the second a lot of people are minting it, we get this alert. So what this will do is it will give you the opportunity to get one of these free mints yourself. Now it's too late because all the free ones are minted. But in this situation, you would have got the alert to mint right away. And then let me scroll down to the very bottom where we could see what kind of prices they were at the bottom. So for these ones, it looks like they were going for 30. This one went for 110, 30, 30, 100, 190. So probably for this one, I could imagine minting would have been like $30. So you would have been able to, I guess, make a couple dollars, or if you got lucky minting a rare one, you could have made a $100 profit. This one actually went for 450, this gold one. So you're just taking a gamble with some of these free projects, but I mean, they're free. Let's see the next one. Oddies Otters. As you can see, these usually die pretty quickly. Look, already going for 4 cents. So that just goes to show, when it's a free mint, you want to get in and out quickly. Let me scroll down to the bottom, see where the prices were when this was when this would have first shown up on the minting alert, and you would have been able to mint them and sell it right away. Let's see what prices would have been. All right, so prices were around 130, 110, 130, 150. So that would have been a nice $100 profit. The next one, DGen Dads. Another one that is basically, well, I guess they're not worthless. Some are still going for quite a bit to this day, or rather to this hour. because it was just minted yesterday, the day before. So I like to scroll down like this because I want to see the prices that these were when I got this alert. So I would have been able to mint it for free and then immediately sell it for OpenSeas for the price that I'm going to find now that will be at the bottom of this page. Okay, so this is another one that's around 150, 280, 300. And remember, these are free to mint and it only costs about $40 to mint. So this would have been another pretty nice win. And these are posted pretty frequently, as you can see today, yesterday, today. So it seems like multiple a day. I think a lot more people are just coming out with NFT projects nowadays, and in order to generate some interest, they let them go for free. There's another one, Irregular Punks. Let me scroll down and see what the price was. So this one, 72, 30, 50, 29, 34. So it looks like people pretty much got out pretty quickly in this one, maybe break even. So not every single one's going to be a winner. If you got a rare one, you could have made some money, but not every one is a winner. Alright, Ether Dash, another free one. So $40 to mint, immediately sell it for 190, 220, 200, 180. So that would have been some nice gains there for basically doing nothing. Alright, this other one, Miniatures Reborn, this was a free one. Free. So here we are at the bottom of the page. This would have been another one with some nice profits, 200, 220, 450. And remember, these were free to mint. And luckily with these alerts, you'd know right away. And the last one, because these ones go to the other day. Just going back to January 2nd here. This last one, Larva Chick Club. Last of the free ones. And this one had 0 trading volume. So what I like to do is I like to go to OpenSea and see if there's any trading volume, but sometimes you don't have time because they're minted so quickly that they sell out, you know, within a few minutes. But this one is a little strange here because there's only one owner. So for this particular one, it looks like just one person printed their entire collection at once. No sales. So this one, you know, of course you wouldn't be interested in it because there's no trading volume. So to get into these free projects, you really have to act quickly because they often sell out within, you know, less than 5 minutes. So what I like to do is the second I receive this alert, click on the link, bring it to the OpenSea. You can see if there's any action already. If there's already volume, it's a good sign. If there's a lot of owners compared to the items, that's a lot of good sign. 2 to 1 is a ratio you want to look for. Meaning if there's 1,000 items, you want to see 500 owners, 2 to 1. So what I like to do is just take a look at the contract on the Etherscan. So I noticed this is on the Polygon network, and I often just like to avoid those because it's often cheaper to create an NFT project on the Polygon network. So that often means it's easier to pull a rug pull. So even though it's free, I'm not interested because number 1, Polygon network. Number 2, we have no trading volume. Number 3, only one owner. So like I mentioned, just because it pops up on this alert doesn't mean you automatically just want to enter in the position. What else do we got here? Yeah, I think that's going to wrap up this video. If you find these charts helpful, I'll link this in the Discord. So just go ahead and join the Discord and I'll post it in, let's see, where will I post it? Live charts. I'll post it right over here. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video. Talk to you later.